Dear students, I have sent 2 pages in PDF form regarding dissolution of firm. In the previous chapters, we have discussed dissolution of partnership, and now this chapter is related to dissolution of firm. In this chapter, we are going to discuss the 4 topics one by one. These are: number 1, meaning of dissolution of partnership and firm. Number 2, types of dissolution of firm, that is the situations or modes in which the dissolution of a firm takes place. Third, the settlement of accounts, that means treatment of losses and application of assets on dissolution of a firm. And last topic will be accounting procedure, that is preparation of accounts. So these are the total 4 topics in this chapter. The first 3 topics are concerned with theory, that is they are theoretical topics, and the 4th one is practical. Here we have to prepare accounts on dissolution of a firm. Now I am going to discuss these topics one by one. Number 1, first the topic is dissolution of partnership and dissolution of firm. Dissolution of partnership, as I have told you earlier, takes place in many cases. When there is admission of a new partner in an existing firm, when there is retirement of some partner from existing firm, and when there is death of some partner, or when there is change in the profit sharing ratio. All these are the cases of dissolution of partnership. Here the firm continues its business, that means the business of firm is not closed, only the number of partner changes, or sometime the profit sharing ratio changes. That means in partnership deed the terms and conditions which have been agreed earlier now changing in case of dissolution of partnership. So this is dissolution of partnership. Second one is dissolution of firm. Dissolution of partnership and dissolution of firm are two different things. In case of dissolution of partnership, the firm continues business, but in case of dissolution of firm, the business of the firm is closed. That means total assets of the firm are sold or taken by some partner, and the total liabilities of the firm are paid, and the capital balances are refunded to the partners. So these are the two concepts of dissolution of partnership and dissolution of firm. Now the second topic is types of dissolution of firm, that means the situations when a partnership firm is dissolved, or the modes of dissolution of partnership firm. Here a partnership firm can be dissolved by different ways or in different manner. Of them, the first one is by notice. In case of partnership at will, the firm may be dissolved by the written notice containing intention to dissolve the firm by any partner to all other partners. You have done in class 11 that a partnership can be either partnership at will or a particular partnership. Partnership at will means it is that type of partnership which can be dissolved at any time on the notice, written notice, given notice of any partner. So if one of the partners want to dissolve the firm, that partner can give a written notice to other partner for his intention to dissolve the partnership firm. So this is the first method of dissolution, that is by notice. Second one, number B, by mutual agreement. Here there are two cases. A partnership firm can be dissolved, number 1, with the consent of all the partners. That means if all the partners of the firm want to dissolve the firm due to some reason, then they may enter into an agreement, and according to the agreement, according to the consent of all the partners, the partnership can be dissolved. Number 2, in accordance with the contract among the partners. That means here the partners have to go in a written contract. That means the partners may dissolve the firm by a written agreement. So this is the second case of dissolution, by mutual agreement. And the third case of dissolution is compulsory dissolution. Sometime a partnership firm is compulsorily dissolved. There are three such cases when this happens. Number one, when all the partners or all but one partner become insolvent. That means here suppose there are three partners ABC and all the partners become insolvent, ABC all, or suppose out of ABC any two partners become insolvent and one remains solvent. In that case also the partnership firm is dissolved. Now you know what is insolvent. Insolvent means a situation where liabilities become more than the asset. That means the person is unable to meet his liabilities. This is first among the compulsory dissolution. Number two, the firm of the business of the firm becomes illegal. Sometime due to some transaction, the business of firm may become illegal, that is banned by law, that means not allowed by the law. So in that case the firm is also dissolved. Third case, due to some event it becomes unlawful to carry on the business of the firm in partnership. Sometime there is some incidents or event which make the business of the firm unlawful. In that case the partnership firm is to be dissolved. This is the third case of dissolution, that is compulsory dissolution. Now the fourth case, happening of certain contingency. Sometime some contingency happens and in this case the partnership is dissolved, but remember subject to contract among the partner. That means if the partner decide to continue the business, then the firm may continue business even after the happening of certain contingency. But if there is no contract among the partner, then the firm is dissolved on the happening of three contingencies. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Number 1, on the expiry of the term period for which the firm was constituted. Suppose the firm was constituted for 2 years. So after the expiry of 2 years, when the 2-year period is over, the firm becomes dissolved. The firm is dissolved. Second, on completion of the venture for which the firm was formed. Sometime the partnership is formed to complete a particular venture, to complete a particular work. In that case, when the work is completed, when the venture is over, then the firm is dissolved. Number 3, on adjudication of a partner as insolvent. When some partner is declared by the court as insolvent. If any partner is declared by court as insolvent, in that case also the firm is dissolved. And number 4, on death of a partner. Normally when a partner dies, then the firm is dissolved. But remember, these are the 4 cases subject to the contract among the partner. That means on these 4 cases the partnership firm may not be dissolved if the partners want to carry on the business, if there is some contract among the partner. But if there is no contract, then normally in these 4 cases the firm is dissolved. Then last case, number E, dissolution by court. Remember the above 4 cases, number A, B, C and D, these are the cases of dissolution of firm without the intervention of court. But sometimes the firm is dissolved by the court. So this is called dissolution by intervention of court, and this happens at the suit of a partner. That means when a partner files a case in a court of law, the court may order for dissolution. When? So there are 6 cases here. When a partner files a suit against the firm or against any partner and the court thinks that firm is to be dissolved, these are the cases for dissolution by court. So these cases are: number 1, a partner become insane. Insane means of unsound mind, that means mad. If a partner becomes mad, then the firm is dissolved. Second, a partner becomes permanently incapable of performing his duty. Sometime a partner becomes incapable, that means sometime due to some accident a partner may lose some body parts, or a partner may be hospitalized for a long period. In these cases, if the partner is permanently incapable, that means there is no chance of recovery, then the firm is dissolved. Third, a partner is found guilty of misconduct. Suppose a partner perform a work or does some work which is considered misconduct, then the partnership firm is dissolved on the order of a court. If there is a persistent breach of partnership agreement, you know that in partnership agreement some terms and conditions are there. If a partner disobeys any condition of partnership agreement, or if a partner does not follow any condition of the partnership agreement, then the firm is dissolved as per the court's order. Number 5, the business of the firm cannot be carried on except at a loss. When due to some situation the business of the firm become unprofitable, that means the business is not possible to earn profit anymore in future. If the business is continued, that will be continued at a loss. So in that case, court may give order. And last, court finds dissolution of firm justified. Sometimes the court itself decides that the firm is to be dissolved for the benefit of society, for the justification of society. In that case also the partnership firm is dissolved. So these are the cases for dissolution by court. And remember, in this case some partner must has to file some suit. On the basis of such suit or case, the court may order for dissolution. And the above are the cases for dissolution of firm without the intervention of court. Okay. So this is the discussion regarding first page. In the next class we shall discuss the second page, that means topic number 2. Sorry, topic number 1 and 2 has been discussed. Topic number 3 we shall be discussing next class. Thank you.